This game was provided by Nintendo. Alright, who's the comedian?
Come on, bitch! It's Sonic Speed!
When I saw we were getting another Mario Tennis game, I wept.
I just want a game about literally the most accessible game on Earth! Fortnite! But this, I'll say it, may be one of the best Mario sports titles ever. It's also really goddamn weird. Yeah, we're doing this. We open up to the title screen and damn! Thick thighs save lives, Mario!
Check out his kicks, the treads, the Mario logo! And that flab.
This game really nails it when it comes to presentation! The quirky character animations, the openings, the super moves. You take a look at many parts of this gameplay and I'm sure you'll find a little detail that makes you chuckle. Spike serving the ball, Waluigi's moonwalk, Chain Chomp rolling over like a sad boy, Shy Guy doing this. He's in the game, I guess. But let me press L and R so I can learn ya some tennis.
Stand up!
Right when you press start, wham! We're introduced to the Mario Tennis world. And good gravy, it's got dialogue! The story begins, and I'm not joking around, the story begins with Mario and Peach playing a nice, peaceful tennis match against Bowser and his son. You know, there's nothing bad going on here, they're just playing tennis. And I like the contrast. Not only is Bowser taking part in his son's interests, but Peach is playing alongside Mario. And Wario and Waluigi approach like it's the Friday after, touting about some racket, and yeah, I can't hear anything over all this racket, you know what I mean? Well, what's going on here, actually? What's going on?
Wow.
Wait, is that a... I guess we've got to save Luigi. It's kind of throwing me off that Daisy is concerned. Like, you're really making this ship happen.
Alright, I guess we gotta save Luigi. I like the change of pace, so I'm assuming we just gotta go through the Mushroom, Star, Flower Cup, climb the rankings, and then eventually fight back.
A world map! Here's an accurate, here's my reaction.
What the?
Can't say I got a review copy and expected to be playing Mario's Bizarre Adventure Star Cup Crusaders. Honest to God, guys, I was floored, speechless playing this game for the first time. I did not expect for a damn second that I'd be thrust onto a world map with a dialogue-driven story delivered by Toad.
Mario, you're the champion of tennis. You must save
Jesus
the land.
Christ.
The story's standard affair. Mario goes to a tomb and he speaks to the god of tennis, King Basque, and he bestows a power upon Mario in order to take down the evil tennis demon Lucien, who has possessed Luigi, Wario, and Waluigi in order to inflict his evil tennis desires upon the world. And it's up to Mario to collect the 5 power stones before Lucien in order to stop him from taking over the entire world. What?
Okay, in order to save Luigi, we have to embark on an island-wide adventure in order to find the Infinity Stones. Yeah, and blow up half the court. Hilarious. Now, it has the same contents of any old sports title, just they organize it within the context of a map. You know, snow-themed, forest-themed, boat-themed maps. I can visually think in my mind, oh, we're over here. Even if some maps are obvious repeats, there's enough context surrounding each of the maps to make sense within the narrative of the... I just said narrative in a Mario Sports video.
I wasn't always into tennis, but this game's story made me see the light. Now, I still may be a novice, but as you can see from my dying but I'm okay pin, I think I'll make it through this.
I gotta train, Cat. How am I gonna become the best tennis player if I'm not training every day?
First off, the tutorial sections are incredibly well paced. I'm so used to these type of things being introduced so ham-handedly, but wow. It actually gets you acquainted with your shots, your lobs, your slices, your curves, and it does so all while being fun and part of the story. And past that, it's got mini games against other Mario characters that are conveniently DLC'd over the course of this year. And each of these present different and interesting variations on the courts and minigames. I was expecting run-of-the-mill stuff like, oh, it's Luigi's house. And all of these have standalone ideas, and even some of the janky maps aren't all that bad. What? What are you guys doing? What are you doing? They just run up the court. It's like, dude, you're not seeing this.
So it seems like standard affair, right? You play through the story, but what do you actually do? What do you collect as you're playing through this?
Well, it unlocks Mario's proficiencies and unlocks different rackets you can use within the story mode.
And there are Undertale boss fights.
What the fuck? What is this?
What am I? What do you want me to do? You want me to do the jump? Okay, alright.
Oh my god, that is amazing, Mario. Oh my goodness.
I mean, they made tennis so dynamic and so interesting using what I can only imagine are limited resources. I mean, I can tell this is just a statue of Bowser that they're rotating, but they made it an interesting and dynamic and challenging boss fight.
I'm having a lot of fun out here, but I can't help but feel I'm forgetting something. Oh, jeez. Okay, hilarious. Yeah, funny. Okay. Took too many balls to the face today.
Oh, he's on. Oh. Wait, we're missing one still.
Oh yeah, it's a tennis game. Maybe I should actually mention the gameplay. And honestly, one of the tightest, most well-designed Mario sports titles. Very weird for me to say. A lot of the other ones aren't bad, or it's not that they're not fun, but for sure they have janky exploits and weird character abilities. They're fun, just I could never take them too seriously. This game really demands your attention. If you slip up, if you miss input, it could cost you the match. Of course there's your basic tennis gameplay, but there's this little thing everybody else in the world except the United States likes to call a meter. You build this baby up by successfully doing trick shots. Yep, you just hit that right analog stick just when the ball's in the "oh, Rick, I can't reach it" part of the court and you'll get some meter. You can also do it by fully charging up your power shots, which is a lot easier now that I think about it. And first off, why? Well, it basically gives you the chance to do zone, and special shots. And these are really good. And they do use the Joy-Con's motion control, but it never feels in the way and almost feels tense. Basically, you get free range on where you want to slam the ball. And these shots hurt, so much so they damage your opponent's racket.
He just looks disappointed, not in himself, just of everything that led up to this point.
I knew this was a thing, but for a while I just thought it was like an extra feature. I mainly played the game like tennis, because I'm like, it's a tennis game. That is until I got later into the story, and I could not, for the life of me, beat this blooper. I am not complaining, this was actually way too hard. They better do a day one patch of this, because I do not know if your kid brother can even do this. He did this middle thing, and I can't get react to that. It's like I'm literally playing against the blooper from Super Mario Bros. God damn it, yeah, son of a bitch.
I think this was fixed because I played a lot of this game prior to its release because I got a review copy, but as I played afterwards as I was at the airport because American Airlines canceled my flight and didn't accommodate me a room because they were filled, I noticed that a lot of the story mode battles weren't impossible. I mean, like, sure, they're still hard, but before they would block every shot and you couldn't do anything on them. At least now, it's manageable. Don't fly, American.
You know, I said, screw it. I don't want to play tennis anymore. And wouldn't you know it, I just did a couple of zone shots on him, got a special shot on him every here and now, and I won the set by ending the set. And it was at this point that I realized why this game was so fun. RPG elements, platforming elements, Mario Party minigames, and fighting game KOs. They did everything in their power to make this tennis game not tennis. I am shook that I like it this much. The only thing I really don't like about this game is, remember when I said the minigames were hard? I feel like that's gonna be fixed, but that's not my problem. It's that if you fail any of these things, you get booted back to the map. You have to rewatch the dialogue, then you have to re-enter. And these are quick L's, so you have to do this every time. Do you think I have the time to talk to you? I don't care. Other than this, whether you're playing the story mode alone or playing with friends, there's a lot of fun to be had in this game. And it's going to be consistently adding new characters to the game even though they're in the story mode, but I digress. It's still got a lot of longevity. The game promotes a lot of depth in both its controls and that meter. Sure, you can do the strong shots, but you gotta make choices. Do you attempt to go for the block and risk having your racket damaged? Do you use a Worldo to receive the ball and blow some of your meter? Do you pick anybody on the roster except Waluigi? It's seriously fun because they looked past the core tennis experience and allowed the metagame of a match to change between playing tennis or breaking tennis. I'm very interested to see how this evolves, or devolves into just KOing your opponents. Because I know for me, I'm a believer, I couldn't leave her if I tried. There are two ways you play this. You either play tennis, or you don't. Don't.
Anyways, thank you everybody for watching this video. I just want to do a little thing before I get into the Patreon stuff. If you came and said hi to me at Too Many Games this last weekend, thank you so goddamn much. That was like the best experience of my life. I got to meet so many other YouTubers like Ain't Dude, Justin Orm Dude, if you don't know. But I mean, I met so many people, and then I met the fans, and that was just, I was on cloud nine. That was like the best weekend I ever had. It was so fun, except for American Airlines canceling my flight where I had to sleep at the airport. I was at the airport for 24 hours, thank you very much. I got a lot of scripting done, but it was not fun. Anyways, thank you to the patrons. You'll see them on the screen probably right here, I think. You guys are the best. I mean, I'm seeing all of you in the server. We're actually growing in numbers astonishingly, so it's doing every first of every month. Once the patrons go through, I actually do a song every month now of all the $5 and $10 patrons. And now it's getting to be pretty long. I have to make like a separate video at this point because it's just gonna be 2 minutes at the end of a video every month of just people's names, but whatever, who gives a shit, right? Thank you all of you for supporting me, and if you're just watching the video and you don't know how to support me, that's enough. Like, just watching the video and staying true, that means a lot to me. Anyways, take it easy everyone. I'll see you next week with another video. Oh, I'm supposed to say flip side.